What's up, football heads? I am your host, Jerry Azumah, and you're listening to the brand new To The Points podcast, where I quickly break down prime NFL matchups and give you bets that I like. Okay, guys, the Chicago Bears, they're visiting Atlanta, and this should be a very competitive football game. Currently, Atlanta is a 3-point home favorite. Now, let's talk a little bit about the Chicago Bears. They have been on a roll offensively. The last 4 games, they've averaged over 30 points, and this hasn't been done in a long time. I haven't seen this football team put up this many points in a long time, but offensively, they're catching a rhythm. They're trusting each other, and it all stems from Justin Fields. Justin Fields has been electric, and yeah, he still has, his little times where he's not doing the things that he should be doing, but he's creating plays. He's using his feet to make some really big explosive plays, and he's getting into a rhythm where he's trusting his wide receivers and he's delivering the football. So the little pieces of growth is what you want to see, and you have been seeing that week in and week out with Justin Fields. Now, this game, it's going to be in the dome, so the conditions will be absolutely great. And the Falcons defense, they're not really that good. They've had a lot of trouble stopping opposing offenses, and they also rank at the bottom of the NFL in total defense. So opportunity to make a lot of plays and score a lot of points on this Atlanta defense. I personally anticipate a shootout and many explosive plays. The Bears, they lead the NFL in rushing, but passing, they're on the opposite end of that. They're at the bottom of the league, and that thing has to change. And I think that today it does change. I think that the offense comes alive. I think Cole Kmet, with his role expanding in the offense and Fields feeling more confident with hitting him, I think that he has a big day. I think that they're going to come and look for him, especially over the middle of the field, because he's just a big target for Justin Fields, but he can also run too. So I anticipate them trying to run some seam routes and stretch this defense, because this defense really isn't playing that well for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, Herbert, he's on IR, and Montgomery is going to be the lead running back, taking most of the carries. So he's a workhorse. So he's no stranger to pounding the ball. So he's going to get a lot of carries, and that's okay with me. I think that he's going to be comfortable there. The offense is basically built to run the football, and I think that they're going to be highly productive against this really bad defense for Atlanta. So the key matchup will be if they can run the ball effectively, and I think that they will. So I'm good there. Now, when you look at this Atlanta Falcons team, you're really looking at a mirror image of the Chicago Bears. They both have athletic quarterbacks that can make a lot of plays, especially with their feet. Mariota, he's pretty damn good over there, and he can make a lot of plays. So you have to be able to contain him in the pocket, because if not, he can get out there and he can hurt you. They have this dude by the name of Patterson, who is extremely dangerous, running back / wide receiver, and he's just a house call waiting to happen. So you got to be able to contain him. Emerging tight ends, Kyle Pitts, he's like a big, fast wide receiver. He's going to stress the defense that for the Chicago Bears that hasn't really been playing that well. So they're going to have a tough test against Kyle Pitts. But like I said, he's kind of like a Cole Kmet, and the defense that's been struggling really bad. They've both been coming off of some really terrible losses lately as well. So they're in similar situations. And both of the teams, they have to make some plays in order to win. And the most important thing, I think, is that they have to protect the ball and don't turn the ball over. And whoever creates and takes the ball away is going to have a better chance at winning. All right, guys, let's get to the points real quick. I think this game is going to be a shootout. I like the Bears to cover the points, the 3 points on the road. And I'm also feeling very confident with the over 49-point total. I think that this game is going to be highly competitive. I think it's going to be a shootout, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Bear down. Okay, guys, the Sunday matchup, the AFC West battle. You have the Chiefs visiting the Chargers, and currently the Chargers are a 5.5-point home dog. Now, the big question with this game are the wide receivers on both sides with the Chiefs and the Chargers. Now, the Chargers, they're getting Mike Williams. They're getting Keenan Allen finally back after being banged up all season. And finally, Herbert is getting his full stream of weapons, and that's going to be a good thing for him because he feels a lot of confidence. when those two are on the football field, and he can finally push the ball deep, because that's something that they haven't been doing with the wide receivers that have been filling in. So the emergence of Mike Williams coming and then Keenan Allen, this is going to be big for the Chargers offense. This is definitely going to give the offense a charge. Now, Austin Eckler, he leads the NFL in running backs with 67 catches and has 4 straight games with at least 7 receptions. So he is a dual threat. This kid is amazing. When he gets the ball, he does some spectacular things. He's not a big guy. He's not going to ground and pound you, but he just is very elusive, and he just knows how to do it. So he's a dual threat with all his capabilities that he can do, and they're going to lean on him as well. So it's going to be really nice to see those wide receivers, those number 1 wide receivers, and Austin Eckler come together and see what they can do with Herbert with moving the ball downfield, because that's been something that they haven't really been able to do this whole year, and they haven't been really productive. And with the Chiefs, you have Juju Schuster, you have Hardman, you have Valdez-Scantling. They've combined it for a lot of yards and a lot of receptions overall for the Chiefs, but a lot of them are not going to be able to play. So they're in a very similar situation that, the Chargers have been with not having their elite weapons on the football field. So they're going to have to lean on some players to come in and basically make some plays and fill those voids. I think Tony has done a fantastic job stepping in. Kadarius Toney from the Giants. I'm sure the Giants are like, where the hell was this at when you were with us? But anyway, he has filled in nicely. And Andy Reid and the coaching staff, we have to really give them a lot of credit for the fine job of filling in the voids for injuries and still making this offense highly productive. Now, the Chargers, they need to win. They need a realistic shot at catching the AFC West leaders, the Chiefs. They have to stay close. So they need a win right now. And the victory by the Kansas City Chiefs would basically give them a sweep for the season against the Chargers. So they have a 3-game lead if they win in the division with 7 games left. So they're going to be very motivated to make a lot of plays and win this football game. Mind you, the Chargers are 0-3 this season against teams with a winning record. So let me just throw that in there. Now, the spicy matchup that I like is Travis Kelce versus Derwin James. Now, let's not forget early in the year when James took Kelce off of his feet and slammed him on the ground. That was easily one of the best defensive plays of the year. And Derwin James, he is the man. So anytime Derwin James is on Kelce's production drops significantly. So that's going to be a key matchup to watch. Now, both offensive lines are at the top of the NFL in terms of protecting the quarterbacks. You can blitz or bring pressure or whatever, but they do a fine job with keeping their quarterbacks upright. So whoever can get to the quarterback, I think, has a tremendous edge at victory tonight. Now, let's get to the points real quick. This one is real simple. I am going to enjoy watching this game. I think there's going to be points all over the place. It's going to be explosive, fun, fast. So I'm just going to take the over 50 points. That's what I like the most. Okay, guys. This has been To The Points. Make sure you follow me at Jerry Azumah on Twitter. Until next time.